Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be doing the tab spine, the easy peasy tab spine for our mini journal. And I'm going to show you the process and give you some tips along the way that might be helpful. Now I'm going to link down below the video in which I showed you how I constructed the pages or the base of the pages together, not necessarily decorating, but how I did the base of the pages. And we are using up our 6x6 paper pads and making this little journal. So now we're going to be putting the spine on. I had suggested you can use cloth. You can tear strips of cloth up, like 1 inch wide strips, and cut them about one. I did mine 1 3/4, but maybe 1.5 inches in lengths. And here I used the Tim Holtz linen, and it has see if I can find the package here. It is the linen tape, and it has a backing on the back of the linen cloth that you can peel off, and it's sticky. So this is what I'm using. Now you definitely don't have to use this. Like I say, use strips of cloth, use ribbon, you can even use masking tape. You can use lace, whatever item that you have in hand. I know some people have used washi tape, and if you have a really strong one, I think could work. I'm not really a fan of using washi tape in things I want to be permanent, but if you have a strong one, it would probably work for you in that scenario. So I went ahead and I cut them into 1 3/4 inch lengths. And that's probably the minimum that you would want, is one. You can go up to 2. It just depends on how far in you don't mind seeing the tabs go into the page. You might even get away with 1.5 inches, but that's probably that's probably about the least amount would be 1.5 inches long, because you want it to have a good contact with your page. So I went ahead and did that. I took the backs off and I just put them on this ruler so I can just peel them off, and I can work a little faster that way. So if you're using something that's already sticky, it might be helpful to put it on like this, and then you don't have to be peeling the back off on each one. Now if you're using a cloth that you're going to glue, you'll want to have your glue handy by your side. And let's get started. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our pages in the order that we like them to appear. And what I also did was I filled my pockets with pieces of ephemera, just to kind of give it a little bit of heft. There's decorating that I want to do after I put the tabs down, but things that you don't need to do, things that can be done before the tabs. Now, this is how I make that decision, is that you'll have to remember a tab is going to go here. So if I have a decoration that's going to take up most of my page, I want the tab to be glued down before and put the decoration over the tab. But some things, like here, I've made this fold-out envelope. It's not going to come in the area of the tabs, so I can go ahead and put this on first and then put the tabs down. Or you can just make it a rule that you're just going to put it all together before you put any decorations down. So that would be, that's how I kind of looked at it. This flap here is coming in where the tabs are going to be, but I will be able to lift it up and put the tabs underneath it. But if this was a permanent glued down piece of decoration, I would want to wait until after the tabs are down. So I hope that was clear for you. Now, after I've got them all in order, I'm going to start with the first page. This is the cover, the front of it. And I'm going to take my tabs, and I'm going to start putting them in, so that there's about half of it is glued onto my page. And if this were pieces of cloth, say, then I would start gluing half of the tab and gluing it down. And I'm not going to be too fussy about the measurement. I am just going to put the 2 ends down first, and then I'm going to put down the middle. And I'm just going to eye it up like that. Now, I'll want to make sure that, see, these are 1 inch wide, and you don't want them to be too much wider than that for this size of a journal. The larger your journal, the less this is going to be an issue. But once I've got those 3 down in place, I'm going to take my second page, and this is the way I want that page to flip over. I want to see this side here when I have my journal completed. So I'm putting this one down, and I'm going to put down 2 in between these 3 tabs, because like a hinge, like a piano hinge, they are going to work in between each other as you flip your pages. And so I'm going to put this down just like this, right? So now I have 2 that are inside there. I will take this page now and align it up with that first one. And I'm more concerned about this alignment than I am with the inside alignment. I really want this alignment here to be on point. Now I am going to bring over the first 3 tabs that I put down from the cover, just like that. Right, but I'm not going to put these down. I'm going to leave these here. And I'm going to get my next page. And as you can see, that's how it's going to be looking here. I'm going to get my next page, and this one will have 3, just like my first one did. And I'm going to put it on there pretty much the way I did the other one. I'm going to put the top one down. I'm going to put the bottom one down. And then I'm going to put in the middle. And you see how this decoration here I did. I probably should have moved it over, but visually I wanted the butterflies to show. So it's coming really close to that. So that's why I say when you decorate it before the tabs, make sure that your tabs aren't going to cover it up. So now I've got the 3 down. I'm going to put that page over the other stack. I am going to get them lined up. Now I'm going to bring over 2 tabs, because last time I folded over 3, I'm folding over just the 2. You can also look and see as well that these tabs are connected to this page, and these tabs are connected to the other page. So I'm going to take these 2 and fold them over. So you're doing 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 is how you're going to be taping them up. Now a way to, in the beginning especially, to not get confused, and in case you're in the middle of the project and you're called away, and you know, all these scenarios that could happen, you could start making note of which ones you have folded over. So I just folded over the 2. I just did 2. Now let me get my next page. Remember, that page is the face, is the face I want to see. I want to, when I open the book, I want to see it this way. And I'm going to put down my 2 tabs like so. And I'm not trying to be perfect with this. Just thinking about, you know, getting it halfway glued on. I'm going to take a page and I'm going to put it in the stack like this. Now the last time I folded over 2, so this time I know, and here this is a little uneven, and if this happens where you get a little bit of a hinge, they're overlapping each other, then all you really have to do is, well, it's working this time. But what I will do is just take the scissors, and if I have too much of a interference between the 2 hinges, I can just cut off a little piece like that, because it doesn't matter. These don't have to be perfect, and in fact, the more imperfect probably the better. There we go. So now I folded over 3. I just got done doing my 3. And we'll go on to the next page. And so here we have a flap. Now I stuffed some stuff in here because I want to decorate that eventually. So now I'm going to be careful not to interfere with my flap there. So I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to start putting them in like that. Just like so. And do one here in the middle. All right. Okay, and again, we're going to put them down together like this. The last time I did 3, well, this time I'm going to do the 2. But I can also tell, because I can flip the page like this, and those are the 2 I want to come down. I don't want to fold over the page I just got done putting tabs on. So these are just a couple of ways to kind of keep track of that process. And really, once you do several of these pages, you won't need to do that anymore. It'll start coming more and more naturally to you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to finish up this page here, and then I will do the rest of the pages off camera. And I will show you how to do the last page. All right, so there is that one. So I'll show you how to do the last page. So now we come down to the last page, which is the back cover. And here's what I've done so far. This will not get any tabs on it at all, right? No tabs on the back, or the last page, or the back cover, whatever you want to call it, does not get any tabs. And you simply are going to fold over all the remaining tabs here, which will be 3. Okay, so now you have completed this really nifty spine. I just love it. I think it's easy to do, and I actually like the look of it. Now, the reason, I think in the beginning, when we were constructing the back pages, I was saying that you needed an even number of pages, including the covers. So, and the reason for that is that you can end on a 3 fold over and have like a strong finish to the spine. However, I could have ended on an odd number. This would have been the 9th page. And I could have just said, well, that's it, you know, I'm just going to have 2 here on the back page. And for a book this size, it would really not make any difference. But the 3 does kind of give it a little bit more stability. And so that's the reason for the even number. I don't think you certainly have to have even number to make it work out. So that there is the binding. And as a reminder, all this sewing is just decorative. You know, it was all glued in the beginning. I'm kind of reviewing what we went in the last lesson, but just in case this is the one you're watching, just let you know that that was not part of having to put this together. So this really is a no-sew journal. I think now what I'm going to do is stop here, and I thank you so much for watching. I hope this was clear to you and something that you'll try. I really enjoyed doing it, and I thought it went together pretty quickly. So we will be talking to you next time, and I'll be doing a final flip through of this little mini journal. Have a crafty day. Bye.